Well, hello there everybody and welcome to the latest video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install Cobra tools, mixed eras without needing the Python. All of this video will not need Python or Cobra at all to show you how to install these mods. Today I'm aiming to show you how to install expanded parks, mixed eras, terrain tools, invisible fence, a whole slew, if not all, of the new species mod dinosaurs, depending on what DLCs you've got, and also these lovely Ingen Props and alternate rocks and everything like that, and some environment rework mods as well. None of this needs Cobra or Python, so if you're having issues with that, that's not going to be an issue. Okay, so let's get into it then. Okay then, just to keep this fair, I will show you right now. These are all my mods and everything like that. I am going to be deleting this entire folder, and trust me, that really does take some effort to put all them back, for me anyway, because I use some alternate mods and whatnot. But I'm just going to go ahead right now, delete that folder. You don't need to do this step at all unless you've got a load of pre-existing mods that you don't want anymore and you want to start from scratch. I'm going to reinstall this on Steam and then I'll get back to you in a moment when that's done. Okay, so that's my game completely deleted and reinstalled. This is fresh, there's no mods on it. So if I load that, there's not going to be any of the mods that you just saw a minute ago. So the first thing that you want to do is get this lovely expanded islands right here. And what you want to do is you want to go to manual download. I'll just say right now all of these links will be in the description down below, and this is the best order to install them as well. So we'll go with manual download on this then, on the link down below, and this may take a little bit of time. This is probably the biggest download there'll be. May take a few minutes. It is limited to 1 megabyte a second, so I'll come back to you soon when that's done. So that download has come in, it is right there. So open that downloads folder right there, and inside you got the expanded island zip, and find your install location. Mine's right there. This could be different for Steam or Epic Games, but this is the folder as it should look on Epic and Steam. It's the exact same folder layout, so yeah, don't worry too much. You just need to make sure you find your folder, that's all. So open this zip, and inside you've got this folder, expanded islands. Open that up, and what you want to do is this islands folder inside, you want to drop it into this directory, your main Jurassic World Evolution directory, where you can see the islands folder up there, and choose to extract that like so, and just wait for that to do. Should only take a second or so, depending on the capability of your computer. And what you want to do is replace the files in the destination. Okay, choose yes on that, and part 2 of that is to go into Win64 and then get this OVL data folder and drop this into the Win64 folder, and once again just give that a second and replace the files in the destination. Okay, so that is expanded islands installed. If you wanted to load your game now and just check, you will see that the normal border of the maps is now just a huge square. There's no way you can really get that wrong. It's just them 2 drag and drop operations. Okay, so on to the next part of the guide then, is the mixed eras and terrain tools combined. Now my previous guide you did have to inject them yourself, but luckily this user here, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'll call him like Velocigit maybe, you know, but thank you for doing this. This is the one you want, so this is linked down below. So you want to go to files and do the manual download on enhanced mixed eras and terrain tools combined. Slow download. This is only 18 megabytes, so this should be real quick. Just wait for that to come in and choose save as well. Saves messing about, and that's already in. So we'll open up the enhanced mix eras and enhanced terrain tools combined. Just open that up, and inside there, look, you see the Win64 folder. Yep, you want to go back to your main game installation and drop the Win64 folder into there, and then choose the replace option. Okay, all of these steps pretty much are going to involve replacing, so if you don't see the replace option from the zip, chances are you've got it wrong. Just go back a couple of steps or re-watch it again just to make sure you get it right. So that's now mixed eras and enhanced terrain tools installed. Bearing in mind you will need the Return to Jurassic Park DLC for that to work correctly. So if it doesn't work, it's probably because you haven't got the Return to Jurassic Park DLC. Okie dokie then, next step. Expanded paths, pylons and fences. This is very useful. It gives you paths through gates, it lets you put paths across tour tracks, lets you do invisible paths, and all sorts of other useful things. Wide paths, narrow paths, yeah, you know. Expanded paths, pylons and fences, it does exactly what it says on the tin. So let's do the manual download on that. The slow download, I'm not a premium user, you know, you don't have to be. So let's download this and choose save. Yep, just to double check on them options again, it is the top one that you want, not the second one, the top one. So that is now downloaded, expanded paths, pylons, fences. Now where you want to put this is you want to go into Win64, OVL data, and inside the OVL data, this is where this goes. Just like so. So it should look like this by now, your game installation folder. Okay, so next up, invisible fences. Now, if you go over to this files tab, like I say, all links are down below, and what I would recommend you do is use the Jurassic World light steel, because if you've got the Jurassic Park DLC, then you've got the Jurassic Park era light steel fence, and light steel is probably the least used one out of them all. So what you want to do is invisible fence A, Jurassic World light steel. This is if you don't want Mr. Trudon's enhanced fences. So this merges the invisible fence with Mr. Trudon's fence. Okay, so if you just want the invisible fence, we'll do this step first. Just get the JWE light steel and manual download that. Like I say, these are all real small downloads. Just wait for that to count in and whatnot, and choose save on that. This should arrive pretty much straight away. So that's just come in. So we open this folder, open the zip. I didn't mean to do that. So inside this zip you've got walls.ovl. So let's go into your game install location, and where you want to go is content 0, environment, walls, and this walls OVL in here, just drag this over and once again choose replace. Now you have the JW era, Jurassic World era light fence as invisible, so that'll stop your dinosaurs running up walls with the expanded parks. Okay, so next mod then. This one here is the Mr. Trudon fences merged with invisible fence. So if you only want the invisible fence, then do not download this one, but I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so if you want the Mr. Trudon fence merged with invisible fence, go to this files tab here and walls, and use the manual download. You know how it goes by now, and choose the slow download option. Unless you're a premium member, you know, do it fast. And once again, just hit save on that. Okay, so that download is in, and right here then we have the zip for walls. This is the Mr. Trudon walls and fence merge. So it's the same folder again, content 0, environment, walls, and that's exactly where it wants to go. So replace your content 0 walls OVL with the Mr. Trudon fence merge and invisible walls. If you want Mr. Trudon's improved fences, they are very good, but not essential in any way. Okay, so that's that one done. Next up then is this environment rework mod, and this actually changes all the textures up, makes them look really nice. Completely optional, of course, but I'm going to show you how to install this as well. Completely optional, but we'll do that. So hit the download button on that. You know how it goes, the top option, and hit the save on that, and I'll come back to you when that's downloaded. Okay, so that is in. I'm going to show you how to install this one right now. Environment Rework version 2. Let's have it. So you open up that zip. Let's get our main install directory on the left here, and these are for the different assets that are in there. So I'll go out of content 0. So you can see these content folders right here. Cave roof rock. This is a floating rock that lets you build caves. So to install this, you want to go into content 0 and just drop that in like so. and replace. That's for your floating rock that makes caves. So if you don't want that, don't install it. This is for the fallen redwood. So if you want the fallen redwood tree, make sure that you do this. I do think you need the Return to Jurassic Park DLC for this, but obviously if you don't have it, then don't install this. So I'm just letting you know that. Okay, leafy log, this is another one as well, so go back on that. If you want the leafy log, just drop that into your folder like so. Make sure you get the replace options on these. Okay, and then the reshade, for that you actually need a separate program to run that, and I'm not a big fan of the reshades. I'm sure there is a separate guide for that which just deals with that standalone, but I'm not a big fan of them. So next up then we have rocks. This changes all the rocks to really cool rocks, and inside here there is actually several different rocks. Okay, so yeah, that'll add a load of cool looking rocks. Just replace the files in the destination right there. And also the terrain retextures, this is probably one of the most important bits of it. This adds a load of cool different textures to the different like grass and sand and all that lot, and to your trees and other things. So what you want to do is drop that into there. Bearing in mind this environment rework is completely optional, so don't worry too much if you don't want to install this, but as you can see that's all just gone in absolutely fine, and that is that one installed. Okay, next up, and this one is quite requested at the moment, so I am going to include this one. The author hopes to make this like new assets at some point, but for now they do replace existing assets, and I think it does replace Jurassic Park era assets. So if you don't have Return to Jurassic Park, then you don't need this step. But if you want the Ingen Props, which adds the trucks, the barrels, the crates, the shipping containers and everything, then obviously download this, and I'm showing you how to do it right now. So choose to download it. Obviously 78 meg, it's going to take me about a minute or so to get that in, so I'll get back to you when that's done. Okay, so the Ingen Props are in. Let's open up the zip right there, Ingen Props, and basically you have this OVL data folder. That's all it is. Now bear in mind this will replace a lot of your park signs like Brachiosaurus, Ceratopsid signs and everything like that, and the ones that it doesn't replace it will make completely unusable because it kind of wrecks them. But yeah, if you want to install these, they do look really good. Just bear in mind you won't be able to use any of your other park signs. So if you don't want that, then don't do it. And if you don't have Return to Jurassic Park DLC, you don't need to do this step either. But if you want them lovely barrels and shipping containers and wrecked jeeps and everything, get that content DL6 folder and put it in your OVL data folder and choose replace, just like so. Just make sure you're following these steps just as to where the folders are going in. Okay, so next up then is the ACSE. Now this is another one that I get a lot of requests for, and I have got a separate guide video on that, but it's so easy to do, I'm going to show you it in this guide. A lot of the new species dinosaurs require that you have the ACSE, the awesome Cobra script extender, to use them in campaign mode. Basically, if you're not going to be using these dinosaurs, the new species dinosaurs, in campaign mode, only in sandbox, then you don't need the ACSE, but I'd highly recommend installing it anyway. But for this you do need the Secrets of Dr. Wu DLC. So if you don't have the Secrets of Dr. Wu DLC, definitely don't install this because it's probably going to crash your game. Just letting you know that, you know, putting that out there. Do not get this if you don't have Secrets of Dr. Wu. But I've clicked on that link right there, the awesome Cobra script extender zip, and chose to save, and it is already in. It's up there. So we'll open that up, and you've got this folder here called ACSE, and that just goes into your OVL data folder. So you just drop that in like so, and then you end up with a file that looks like that. Okay, now next up, basically there is a whole lot of new species. My game, when it's modded, has now 103 species. I'm sure that's going to go up very soon, but basically if you're stuck as to which ones to download, I have done my own notepad file right here with basically all the ones I've featured in the showcase. This features every single non-replaced dinosaur that is currently released, and the download link as it is, I will keep updating that so it has an up-to-date notepad as to where all the mod links are for these, to save you from going through it on the Nexus mods page and whatnot. And I've also been extra nice and just put what DLC is required, and whether the ACSE is required as well, and then whatever known issues there is, and then underneath alphabetical order, just so you can check them in your dinosaur list in the hatchery. So you can download this if you like, or you can just open it in the link. And obviously up here there's the links to the guides and everything that I've done before. So that's it. That's that for that. I just wanted to let you know that, because I will show you how to do a couple of sample species in a moment. Okay. Next up, a very useful program that I use is called WeMod, and that gives you a mod menu that I know in Sandbox you basically have all the features unlocked and ready, but what this does is it actually gives you more features, like instant hatcheries, no paths needed, you know, no failed incubations. I know you get that in Sandbox as well, but for campaign mode it adds a load of cheats like infinite money, highest ratings and all that lot. But the main one that's interesting for Sandbox is instant incubation. So what we'll do is then we'll download for Windows. I'm not going to fully show you how to install this, but just hit the download right there. I've already got this installed. I'll hit setup. You just go through the steps for that, and basically when you're done you'll end up with this program, the WeMod program. Okay, I have both the Steam and Epic versions. Make sure that you choose the Steam or Epic version, okay, for which one you're using. So basically if your game's not in a default install location, you may have to find your game within this, but otherwise once you've found your game, just find where the install folder is, and click the that folder and it'll identify it, and then launch the game in WeMod. You can see that there is automatic functions for this, but I'm going to show you how to do this by tabbing out. Okay, so before you do anything in your park, just tab out the game and just look at what buttons you need, what keys you need should I say, for these cheat options. And for the instant build, instant hatch and no power or paths required, you want fast research, fast construction and unlimited power. Just take note of what keys they are, press the corresponding key on your numpad and then tab back into the game. Once you've got them memorized, just load the game every time with WeMod, load the game and then just run them. You'll hear a little beep sound as well when you press the keys, so yeah, that's all good. So now that we're in the game, I'll show you what that actually does. I'm just going to pick a hatchery, place it down, look at that, boom, done. Okay, and that requires no power, no paths, it built instantly. And I'm just going to launch an Indominus for you just to show you. Look at that, instant hatch, and you're ready to release like within 2 seconds of placing a hatchery and hatching a dinosaur. Yeah, brilliant for mod showcases. Yeah. So next up then I'll show you the other features then of that. First of all the mods that we've done, let's go through them one by one. I'll go to the landscaping tab. This is one of the biggest ones that you want, and obviously the terrain tools works because as you can see I've got the huge radius on all of these things right here. Look, so let's just build a huge hill just to show that off. There's a lot more functions to the terrain tools and all that lot, but just to show that that actually works. All the other tabs as well, look, so you can just, you know, just paint a massive sand dune. You know, the world is your oyster with this. As you can see, the environment rework is also installed because the textures look real nice. That one is optional, of course. Next up then is the mixed eras. So obviously I've got the Jurassic Park hatchery there, the Jurassic World era hatchery, so I've got all of them things. Operations, I've got all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World era buildings and all of the guest facilities like so. So you have got mixed eras installed. I'll go into the management view. Expanded parks is on because the usual boundary for this map is much smaller than this, and as you can see you can build all the way up to the edge. So expanded parks is also installed. Next up then we've got expanded paths, and as you can see I have all the extra path options for really wide paths. you know, very narrow paths, you know, everything in between, your normal path options, also dirt paths as well, and all that lot. Yeah, the monorail track that you can put just as decorative without a station or anything. Yeah, I'm just showing you through them nice and swift. Next up is the Ingen assets, and I will let you know that all of the others except the ones I'm going to say will look like this. They'll look like all messed up and corrupted. Don't worry about that, that is normal. Either that will be fixed or there'll be an update to these assets so they get added without replacing anything. But basically what it does is it changes the Brachiosaurus enclosure marker into the Ingen crates, which look really nice. The next one it does is the Hadrosaur marker, which is a bit further down. I'm just going to find that. It changes that into the burnt out pickup truck. The next one is the Iguanodontid marker. That changes into the lovely Ingen Jeep. And the Stegosaurid marker is a corrupted one. Let me keep scrolling then. Ankylosaurid marker changes into the shipping container. And the Ceratopsid marker changes into the barrels. So you do have all of them Ingen Props as they stand right now. That is it. Check for updates on that, because there probably will be updates as well. Just install them, I'd assume, the same way. Unless they're going to be new replace ones, new non-replace should I say, then the install method will be different, okay? But I can't do much about that at the moment. So next up is the different scenery items, and as you can see the rocks will be different from the ones seen in the pictures. Rock 2, yeah, they are big, they are quite imposing, some of these rocks as well. I'm just going through them just to show you. Now this rock number 4, do not be confused about this. This is normal, this is the way it's meant to look. The idea with this is to place it somewhere. I'm just trying to find a nice clearing, and then you basically make a cave with it. So I'm just going to show you what that entails real quick. So if I place that down like so, go to the terrain tools, and real quick, this will actually be the first time I've done this, but I'm just going to show you how to do that. Just basically get your land tool and basically bring the land up a little bit, and we want the radius quite small for that. And then basically you can make like caves with it. Let me just make sure that looks kind of okay. Then you've got something that looks like that. If you built it up real nice, it'll look really, really good. So, you know, this is just me throwing it together, but as you can see, if you did something like that, you know, it's up to you to do what you like. But you create a cave, stick a feeder in there, it's going to look really good. Yeah, okie dokie. So I think that just about covers the mods that we have installed so far. I've just whizzed through them real quick, but they are all installed, so that's a good thing. Oh wait, no, one more. If you didn't use the mixed pack of Mr. Trudon's expanded, Mr. Trudon's enhanced fences and the mixed fence, if you just did the invisible fence, then your Jurassic World light steel fence will be invisible. But if you remember, I used the mixed pack of Mr. Trudon's better fences mixed with the invisible fence, so my Jurassic Park era heavy steel fence will be invisible. Okay, as you can see, like so. And if I go into the management view, you'll see that there is a fence. There is a fence there. I'm just trying to get out of the thingy mode. There we go. So it's an invisible fence. So if I find that little little cave thing I just built, I'm not even sure where that just went, but there it is. And what I'd do is, to stop dinosaurs running up the edge of that cliff, what I'd do is I'd get a fence like this. It's easier to do it with just a light cable fence like so. Pop that round it, just like this. Yeah, I'm not going to do the entire thing. Go to the replace option and replace with a heavy steel, just like so. You can do that any which way you like, depending on what mod selection you use. And basically it'll stop your dinosaurs from running up the cliff. Yeah, or down the cliff, because it looks really silly. Okay, so let's get on to new species dinosaurs then. If you remember, you've already installed the ACSE, that's for campaign mode. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how to do the new species, then I'll show you them working in campaign and sandbox. Sounds fair? If so, hit the like button please, subscribe if you haven't done already. My one per video, There we go. Okay, so as you know from before, we already installed the ACSE. Remember, you will need Secrets of Dr. Wu for that. And we are back to my new species list. This includes all of the dinosaurs from every single new species that's currently available, and it tells you all of the all of the download links, what DLC they need and all that lot. You can just copy the links out of there. Obviously this file is linked down below, or you can alternatively download it, and I will update this every time, every day or so, just to make sure it's up to date. So just for example then, let's cherry pick a few of these and I'll just show you. Just real quick, I will pick the Tarbosaurus. A lot of people have had issues with that, and there's a very simple reason why. So all you do is, it won't let me copy that for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit download on that and save, and then that'll make my life a whole lot easier. So I'm going to open this in Notepad, get that Tarbosaurus link. So I'll just get that real quick. That's all you do. You just grab them like so. Copy that. Alternatively, you can just keep an eye on the Nexus mod page. But what you want to do is just paste that in, and it'll bring you straight to the mod page. There we go. And then obviously you can see all the mod author information, all that lot. Everyone gets the right credit. So you go over to files, and we'll do the manual download on that, of course, the slow download. I've picked this one specifically because some people have had issues with this, and I'm going to just explain why, just so you don't have issues with it yourself, or any future ones that may do the same thing. So Tarbosaurus. Let's pick another one. I don't know, Diabloceratops, and I might pick one more after that, just to show you. Do you know what I mean? That they do work fine, and you can research them and all that lot. Diabloceratops. Bearing in mind, if you've got all the DLC, you can just install all of these. Just make sure you've got the right DLC for them. So we'll go over to files on this. New species update 2. I didn't even have update 2, but you can have update 2 or alternate skins. Just always pick the one that says new species in brackets. So we'll do the slow download, of course, and wait for that to come in. Okay, there we go, and save that. And in the meantime, let's look for, I don't know, I really like the Inspindoraptor. So I'm going to do that one as well, just because that one's really cool. I also love the Dracodon Titan. I love them all, really. I love all the new species, but that's me just going off track. So let's choose the update 3, the latest update for it. It looks absolutely amazing. There we go. Slow download, of course, and get that one in. And I'm just going to basically chuck these in, show that they work properly, and jobs are good, and basically, as we say over here. So that's them. Just waiting for them to come in, of course. There we go. I'll wait for it to fully come in before I begin. But like I say, if you want to save that, and it will be updated often, so save the link or come back to the link for this notepad file, and then you can cherry pick which ones you want. And remember that I have actually got the non-replace playlist, which is linked here. Actually, no, my channel's linked here, but on that channel is the link to the playlist. That's why they're in different episodes, and all of these are shown off in them episodes as well. So, okay, so Inspindoraptor's in as well. So we've still got our OVL data folder open. All new species dinosaurs want to go in OVL data. Okay. No questions there. That's my recordings folder. I don't know why I'm in there right now. So we downloaded the Inspindoraptor. Whenever you download these, just open the folder and just make sure it looks like this inside. Okay, so you want the top folder, the Inspindoraptor folder, like so. And I'll show you an example of why to do that in a second. The Tarbosaurus, open that up. And inside there, it has actually been changed. So I will actually just drag that into there. Before it was there was a folder, then it was inside another folder. That's why people were having issues with it. Next up, Diabloceratops then, and just drop that in there. Okay, so they're installed. I'm not going to sit here and do them all again, because I do have them backed up. I can just drag them back across, but I just wanted to show you the examples of doing these. And seeing as we're being so thorough, I'm just going to show you how to install different skins or replacement dinosaurs as well. This won't take long at all. If you see different skins or a replacement dinosaur, all you have to do is just go to the files, manually download. You know how that goes by now, and save the file. I'm going to do the semi-realistic Indoraptor, but I'm not going to replace my Metriacanthosaurus with this, because I'm sure at some point someone's going to make this a new species anyway. So that sounded a little bit entitled of me, but I'm just going to start the downloads on these, and I'll show you how to do the new skins and the replacement dinosaurs that don't actually, you know, go to a new species, whatever. So while that one's downloading, basically, if it's skins for a specific dinosaur, I'm using the Indoraptor as an example here. Basically, what you do is you open the folder and you'll find these Indoraptor.ovl. It'll be the name of the dinosaur you're trying to replace, and it'll be .ovl and .ovs textures. So what you need to do is go into one of the content folders where it is, and I know that the Indoraptor comes from the film content folder. So you go into that folder, dinosaurs, and then the Indoraptor, and inside you see the .ovl and .ovs textures. Now all you do is you just basically copy them across and choose replace the files in the destination. What I'd recommend you do is, before doing that, is just create a new folder. You leave it as new folder or call it backup or something, and then copy these across after replacing these. After replacing them, remember. Nearly didn't do that myself. And then that'll give me the new Indoraptor skins. And same again with this Xiao Geelong. I've never used this before, but basically open up that folder there. They usually come with backups, and then I need to find the Metriacanthosaurus, which comes from another one of the DLC packs, I believe. So let me look for where that will be. Could be in Content 0. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, it is in Content 0. So you just open up that Metriacanthosaurus folder, yep, and then go into there, create the backup. A lot of them come with the backups anyway, and then just copy them across. That's it. I'm not going to actually do that, but for any dinosaur that's gets replaced or any skins, that's exactly how that'll work. I just couldn't let that slip by, you know, without doing that, trying to be as thorough as possible. So here we go. I'll hit the mod menu again and get back to you when I've loaded in with the WeMod on. Okay, so I'll hit play then. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see, I've just loaded into a pack. Make sure that you back up your saves before loading them, if I haven't said that already, because otherwise your packs will look like this. If you save them like this, they're probably going to be corrupted, but this is just for demonstration purposes only. So what I'm going to show you here is basically within the research options, you will have options that look like this. So within global operations, it will look all messed up like that, but all you do is to fix that, just go over to the fossils menu. Some of your mod dinosaurs will be in here as well, just remember that some of them will be in here, but just go back to global operations and then it's fixed like so. So you zoom out, you can see these extra modding slots, and then you can see that you can actually research these. I've got the instant research option on within WeMod, so as you can see, these are like instant instant research. And then if I go over to fossils, this is 100% save, and as you can see, it has actually unlocked extra fossils. Look, Tarbosaurus right there, and then you can dig it up just like normal. Diabloceratops as well is there. Lovely stuff indeed. Oh yes. So that shows that they're working. I'm going to hop back to Sandbox and just show you that that's working okay as well. So let me load up an existing Sandbox, and as you'll see, if you've used mods to begin with, then basically it won't be all corrupted and everything. Basically, pre-modded saves back them up, and post-modded saves back them up. Like keep them separate. You know, obviously I haven't done, but as long as you don't overwrite your saves, they are safe. So if you don't intend on overwriting, then you'll be all right. Okay. So here's my mod island. It is a work in progress, so you know, excuse the mess. And inside the hatchery, I'll just pick this one for example. Inside here, there is the Diabloceratops. I think it was the Tarbosaurus. Yep, and what was the other one that I installed? The Indoraptor. Yep, and just showing that these work fine. Yep. Obviously the Inspindoraptor was in the research, but it wasn't a dig site because you don't need to dig this up. It's a hybrid. As you can see, all works fine. And yes, this is the mod island that I use to do the mod showcases and everything. Also, still needs a bit of a tidy up as well, but it's looking pretty good for what it is. Yeah, that's about all I have to show you today. Obviously, the environment rework's on as well. Yeah, awesome stuff. If you have any more questions or whatever, please comment down below, and I'll do my absolute best to answer them. Hopefully this has helped with your no Cobra or ACSE issues. Yeah, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy the really rapid shorts that I'm putting out lately as well. I'll try and keep that up, basically releasing a shorts video within like 10 or 15 minutes of any dinosaur release. Fingers crossed I can keep that up. I'm doing a fairly good job with that. And then obviously the full mod showcases as well. Any other new major mods I'll cover on the channel. So yeah, there it is. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. Enjoy the mods.